Normally on Perfecting Pokémon, I discuss how Pokémon can be improved in Go in either raids or PvP. Today though, we're instead looking at one of Go's features and how Niantic could improve it. Specifically, we're talking party play. What perks and new bonuses can make this feature a lot more popular, and what fixes could they work on implementing? Well, let's party up and find out. Welcome back everyone. Party Power launched in October 2023, and honestly, I think this feature has done a lot more good than not, providing a way for players to link up more in person, and bonuses and rewards too. And even more recently, item sharing is being tested for parties, allowing for players to split their lucky eggs, star pieces, and regular incense across the party, which is honestly a really cool feature. That said, I think there are definitely issues with the feature, and also just a lot of underlying potential that is yet to be met. But what can we do to improve party play? Well, starting off, I wanted to look at what's arguably the biggest motivator to use this feature currently, and that's raiding. If you weren't aware, party play provides a pretty nice bonus when raiding together, where you get a party power meter that fills up with each fast attack you use. And once filled, you can activate it, and it'll double the power of your charged move. This bonus particularly favors higher power charged attacks like Fusion Bolt, Rock Wrecker, and Roar of Time over lower power moves like Brutal Swing, Rock Slide, and Breaking Swipe, seeing that the higher power moves being doubled is more significant than the lower power ones. But all in all, this feature is a ton of help to raiding, essentially giving you stronger moves to let you beat bosses quicker. So what's the problem? Well, the issue is that the feature is pretty buggy and inconsistent. In theory, the feature should charge more if you have more members in your party, but likely due to the game not being able to sync across the various accounts, even if you just have 2 in the party, there are often a lot of issues with the party power gauge. It can be fully charged and not apply properly, it can apply to your charge move and then vanish before you're able to use it, and it can also drop an energy randomly, or rubber band as the community often describes it as. While party play is great for raiding, it's far less consistent than it should be. And while it's pretty tricky to solve a technical issue like that, likely a lot less simple than I'm making it seem, I do think addressing such an issue would make the feature a whole lot better. But we're not just talking about bugs today, because I think some additional features to party play could help the feature a lot more. Specifically, let's talk party play rewards. When utilizing it, you and your group will have the choice of one of 3 different challenges. They're often all fairly simple, being related to catching, throws, berries, walking, or raids, and there are a variety of different rewards you can get from the tasks, ranging from berries to balls to mega energy to even Pokemon encounters. But honestly, a lot of these aren't very good. I myself often form a party with James or whoever I'm playing with during an event like a community day or raid hour, and rarely does it feel like I'm getting many of the rewards that are actually worthwhile. Now obviously, with some of these easier tasks, I'm not really expecting to get huge rewards. While nothing exciting, I think catching or burying a few Pokemon for a small bit of dust or some extra balls or berries is a relatively fair bonus. And with some of the harder challenges, like those involving excellent throws, the rewards do often scale slightly, with you getting more dust or balls than a nice throw challenge. And with the raid challenges, there are actually some pretty good rewards like Mega Energy for some less common Mega species like Sableye, Pinsir, and Absol. But then when it comes to the encounters you receive, these pools are honestly a mixed bag. I mean, comparing Beldum, a useful pseudo, with Eevee, who has use, mind you, but is a far more common Pokemon, I don't know. I'm not saying to put Dialga or Volcarona behind these challenges, but I feel like they could stand to put more exciting species in there. And in some fairness, Niantic did recently stealth drop some new rewards for party play, some pretty cool ones I might add. As of this video, we aren't sure if it's a slow rollout or globally available, but pretty rare, but some are reporting that Evolution t-shirt items for your avatar are now possible rewards for party play challenges, which is pretty neat. One other idea I had that could be fun is incorporating some of the less exciting unreleased Mega Evolutions into party play. Specifically, I think having Mega Energy for Pokemon like Camerupt, Sharpedo, Mawile, or Audino in party play challenges would be pretty cool. They could debut their Mega Energy early via party play, and then have them fully debut in Mega Raids later on. I think this would be a great way to incentivize party play, and also make these relatively underwhelming Megas a bit more interesting in Go. But moreover, I think restructuring party play challenges would be a great idea. Specifically, My idea is to have difficulty tiers that are visible to the player. Such would be similar to Splatoon 3's side order, where you're choosing your level with the difficulty and reward indicated. I think having the option to choose any of these difficulties for lesser or greater rewards would be a nice idea. For example, if I were in a party during a raid-centric event, we could choose the raid-specific tasks to get stuff like Mega Energy. That way, there's less of a feeling of being stuck with the least bad of a set of tasks. Along with this though, I'd love to see special, more difficult party challenges that you can only complete at a certain point in your party. Again, drawing a comparison to Splatoon, in side order, you obviously have bosses you take on after a certain amount of floors. And while those are required, in this case, the big party play challenge would still be optional. These would be available after completing a certain amount of challenges in your party, so you wouldn't get them right off the bat. But perhaps after completing 3 or 4 harder challenges, you would be able to choose one of these special tasks for a bigger reward. Whether it's walk an even longer distance like a collective 10 kilometers in a party of 4, or make 100 excellent throws in a party of 2, I think these could add some more fun difficulty to the feature. And there could be some more enticing rewards, like an encounter with the mega-eligible species like Garchomp, Tyranitar, and Gardevoir, along with some of their Mega Energy. Or maybe they could dip into some of the more premium items like star pieces, lures, and maybe even incubators. I know challenges like these would drive me to party up with people more often. But now the last idea I have is to embrace event-specific party challenges. We saw a little bit of this back in the Sinnoh Tour, where party challenges were related to catching the Reggie types, and you'd get candy for the corresponding Hoenn Reggies. And of course, there was a timed research to go along with it that led to an encounter with Regigigas. But I really like this idea, and I think they could go further with it. What if in a party during a community day, there were special tasks you could choose from that would give you extra candy, XL, or encounters with the featured Pokémon? It could definitely help with those hunting for 100% of a specific Pokémon. Just imagine if for something like Gumi Community Day, you could have had a party play task of catch 20 Gumi for an encounter. It would obviously be optional, and you could choose the standard challenge if you liked, but this would motivate some to play together and complete these special challenges. And they could also extend this to other events like Hatch Days, Research Days, and even Go Fest. But what do you think about our thoughts to improve party play? Do any of these fixes or suggestions interest you? Or are you someone who never really uses the feature anyway? For James and I at least, it's proved to be a pretty useful one, and we'd love to see it expanded upon. If you have any suggestions or fixes of your own though, we'd love to hear about them in the comments below. If you like this video, we'd really appreciate a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Like I mentioned earlier, perfecting Pokemon typically has us trying to perfect an actual species in raids or PvP, but we may also try to extend this series to other features that we think could be improved upon, like routes or the gym system. Let us know if that's something you'd be interested in, or if there are any Pokemon you'd like us to do a video on. But until next time, thank you all so much for watching, we hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next time.